Hello, everybody. Today is Thursday, September 18th, 2025, and we are back for another episode of Bricks and Beyond, a creator showcase series. For those of you that may be joining for the very first time, Bricks and Beyond is a showcase series that highlights members of the LEGO community. Each episode will give you a personalized look into the person behind the account, either on YouTube or Instagram. Fair warning as well, I'm a little under the weather tonight, so I apologize if I sound off or if I'm sniffly, but just a heads up, definitely wanted to be here tonight because we have an amazing guest tonight. He is joining me from the state of New York. He's a AFOL, a fellow Brickheads collector, a proud father, and a wonderful member of the LEGO community. Over on Instagram, you will see him as iBrick, UBrick, but I'm here to introduce him as the Brick Mamba. And there he is.
Good. What's
How are
good,
you?
everybody? I'm good. How you doing?
Oh, living the dream. It's Thursday, so one day away from the weekend. So
Absolutely.
as
I
we
look forward to it.
yeah, as we rush our lives away as per usual to get to the weekends. So
That's right.
how's your week been?
It's been busy. It's been busy. I mean, I've been collecting because this staggered release month has been heavy between work shifts and moving with the new clients and then getting these sets, and it's been tough. But we got them, and we're building back there, and it's coming along.
I was gonna say I see some goodies back there, so we'll go.
Absolutely.
We'll talk into those about those in a little bit here. But as I mentioned, so weekends obviously coming up. Is building in the weekend plans, or you guys have anything else going on?
Absolutely, yeah. We have football because football season started for a little break. So football first in the morning, and then just running around doing some things, getting some stuff out of the Lego vault, and then building because I'm creating a new scene back there where I'm taking some stuff. So a lot of the stuff will be packed soon, but I'm gonna leave just a few here and there, and there's gonna be a Batman series on that wall back there.
Nice. Okay. Oh, definitely look forward to that. So, what's the time frame looking for that?
Well, I've been building everything already, so it's just the shelving because I have shelves back there ready. That's like a Mandalorian Grogu area over there.
Okay.
Where my wife's stuff is at, but we're taking that down, and I'm gonna remove all these shelves over here and just make it Batman. So the asylum's going there, the big Batman, the layout that they did with the city, that's going there, and the Batwing and a couple of other things.
Okay. Now you said something there, and it made me really nervous. You're taking your wife's stuff down. Now I'm assuming.
well, there's a shelf here that she wants to put her stuff on. She doesn't have a lot, so those are 12 by 12. Those are small shelves. So all of the things that are spread out, they're all gonna fit on that one. I have a 43-inch shelf up there, and that's just gonna go there.
Okay, good. You scared me there. I'm not gonna lie, because we're friends here, so I don't want to see anything happen to you. So, well, good. I'm excited to see that. So, all right. Well, obviously, we're both in the Lego realm, universe, whatever you want to call it here. So, we will dive into some of that here in a little bit. But before we do that, I always like to give people the opportunity to get to know you as a person. So, we're going to take a deep dive, going years in the past here, and we're going to find out some things about you here. So, mentioned in the intro that you are in the state of New York. Now, are you born and raised in New York?
No, I was born in Philly. Shout out the Eagles. We're here.
Oh, how about them Cowboys?
And then I moved to New York early on, 84-ish, around there, early, and I grew up in Spanish Harlem. And that's where I spent most of my life. And I live in the Bronx, but I'm from Spanish Harlem. And that's where I'm at now,
Okay. I assumed by the hat that the Bronx was probably in play. Let's go Yankees.
Yes, Yankee fan. Football Eagle fan.
Okay. All right. Now I can't respect you for the football choice, but I can respect you for the baseball choice. We had a heck of a game opening night there. That was quite the game. Now, see, I'm a Cowboys fan. But my reasoning for that is my dad he's from Milwaukee, so he's a Packer fan. Okay. Actually grew up in Philly, but she lived most of her life here in Pittsburgh. So she's a Steeler fan. So 95 rolled around, Dallas beat Green Bay to go to the Super Bowl, and then Dallas obviously beat Pittsburgh. So I was like, okay, well, this team can beat my parents' team, so I'm going to root for them. Well, they've stunk ever since. So much to your delight, they've stunk ever since.
Well, it wasn't an easy road for us too. I mean, we got 2, but it wasn't easy. So
yeah. Well, so I'm random off the wall question here, and for people in the Lego world, you're probably going to be really confused what I'm asking here. But what is your take on the Philadelphia Eagles special, the Tush Push?
Listen, this is a thing that has been tried in many places, but I guess the Eagles perfected it, man. This is their thing, the Tush Push.
Yeah, it's funny because so many people, like, I've always said that watching football, just go right up the middle there, like it's that easy, but nobody does it. And I mean, I don't know Jalen Hurts. I don't know his stats, but is he a big guy or is he a smaller guy?
No, he's a bit on the bigger side. I mean, not as big as Cam, but he's up there. And, this is the era. I was just talking about this the other day. This is the era of the running quarterback. The quarterback is not afraid anymore, where back in the days, you had these guys that stood in the pocket, maybe a couple to the side, and, I'll take a hit or two. But these guys, no. I'm running with the ball. Push me up the middle. Let's do it. They're scoring more than the other guys. Like it's a thing.
Yeah. Well, did you play Madden football when you were growing up?
Yeah, I played Madden. I've been playing Madden since John Madden was on the cover.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I was gonna say, do you remember the old the cheat code days? You would just play as Michael Vick, and you would just annihilate everybody just with that. Yeah. So it's funny how football, it keeps changing and it evolves, and seeing the guys with those protective casings on their helmets now. So you said your son plays football?
Yeah, well, right now he's in flag football.
Okay.
And hopefully within these next year or two, we'll progressively move him into contact, full equipment. But flag football is a thing. Trust that. He plays in a good league right now, and he's been with this league for maybe 3 years now. And he plays. My niece plays flag football, phenomenal. Nice. And the flag football is becoming, a bigger. It's in the Olympics in 28, I guess. Yeah. Yep. So it's gonna happen. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think it's a nice move. I mean, I don't know. As much as I want to say I'd never see football go away, I mean, they're really getting to the point where, I mean, you almost can't hit anybody anymore. Which I get it in a sense of, like, you don't want to end somebody's life or career just because you got hit wrong. But in the same breath, that's just what they know how to do. So let them play. But yeah, flag football, I wish they did more of that when I was younger, because maybe my mom would have let me play. So
you see Tom Brady. Tom Brady's he just partnered with a couple companies, and 2016 in March, flag football on a global scale, where he's coming out of retirement to play. So this is a big thing. Yeah, he got a couple guys with him.
What, wasn't Tom Brady already playing flag football? Because I mean, that's pretty much, he had the flags on.
Nice.
Tom, if you're listening, don't take offense to that. So, all right. So in the Bronx, now, do you still have a family in the area?
Yes. My sisters. I have my sister in Manhattan, and then I have my other sister close by. We stay, sibling tight. My parents are both deceased, so we stay really tight knit. Yeah.
Now, how many siblings do you have?
I have 3 sisters, 1 brother.
Okay. So where did you fall in the line of kids?
Second oldest.
Okay. All right. So what was that like for you growing up? Did you ever have more of like I don't want to say a parent role, but did you ever feel like you were kind of like taking charge of siblings at any point?
Well, my brother is from my father's side, so here in New York, it was just me and my sisters. So being the only male here, it was like, Even though my older sister is super protective, she was like the mother sister type of thing.
Okay.
So
Sure.
it was her there, but I'm the only brother. So, then the sister that comes after me, she's really like protective of me too, and pushes me like to like they're a force behind me. Trust that.
Yeah.
They're a force. And
Okay.
they push me to be as creative as I can be, and just put me out there, so that they're all out there with their own creativity, and and we pull it in, we make it happen every day.
Yeah. Well, good. It's nice. It's nice when you have that support. And as much as I'm sure you guys had your tussles at some point. I don't know any siblings that don't. It's nice.
Oh yeah.
It's kind of funny too when you think about it, how like when you grow up, all that stuff kind of goes away, and you guys are just essentially like friends. Now I know that's not the case for everybody, but it is interesting how the dynamic can change, because I didn't have a sibling other than my dad. My dad acted like my brother, but
right.
To have that support system must be nice for you. That technically, I guess you never really feel alone in that aspect.
Right.
So, all right. So going back as a kid, let's disregard Lego at the moment. I know that's taboo to say, but let's disregard it. What were some of your interests and hobbies that you really enjoyed?
Well, two big hobbies, man. Anybody that knows me coming up knows I draw. I'm an artist by trade. So drawing was a thing for me. I drew on everything and anything that I can get my hands on. And Ninja Turtles.
Oh, nice.
I had an obsessive collection, like an obscene collection of Ninja Turtles. It didn't matter what kind, like the transforming Ninja Turtles. I had Ninja Turtles that didn't move. I had Ninja Turtles, 3 drawers just full of Ninja Turtles. I loved it.
Yeah, did you have the? I'm assuming you did the costumes as well for Halloween.
Everything. I'm talking. I came up in an era where it was just a plastic mask. Like,
the good
with
stuff.
The plastic costume.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I remember there was the plastic shell and the plastic. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that was good stuff.
I would put string hanging from my bed. I would zip line them, and I had the blimp. I had the van. Like, it was the thing. Yeah.
Oh yeah. That is something. Kids these days just don't know how to do anymore, which is unfortunate. Because I see it with my son, and I brought up to him one day. I was just like, "Why? You want to get some action figures? Play with." He's like, "What's an action figure?" I was just, "What's an action figure?" But yeah, they don't have that anymore, and that's what we grew up with, and I think it put us in a good place.
Yeah, I mean, it let us not be so involved with what doesn't matter. And it allows your mind to just, because a toy is just a toy until you create the story for that toy.
Exactly.
Just like Lego, but a toy is just standing there, and then you say, well, this toy can fly now, and this, like Little Brick, he has an iPad, but he is a toy kid. He loves his toys. And while he wants a set, he wants the minifigs, and he takes the minifigs, and then he loves trains, and he puts them on his trains, and then he builds things, and he has other action figures and Mr. Beast, and he builds a whole storyline behind it. And forget about it. They all ride the train. They go to today's a race, or they go into a farm. They go everywhere. He creates a story. He is a toy kid.
That's absolutely awesome. Yeah. Oh man, that sounds like a good YouTube channel.
Yeah. Well, I try, but his like focus on one thing is like, all right, I'm playing with this squirrel, like, and then he zips over there.
I get it. Yeah.
He'll have 100 different things, but he's awesome to record with, and he always has the best stories.
Yeah, I was gonna say I've caught him a few times on, I can't remember when I would have been watching I can't remember if it was on a Sunday or if it was some other time, but I do remember catching him a couple times. And yeah, he seems like a great kid.
Absolutely.
And that's what I love. I love when a kid can just kind of be creative and use their imagination. And that's what I love with the Lego clubs that I have, because you give them a task, but sometimes they don't always want to do that, and they'll shift another way. And it's just like, wow, you did what? So for him to be able to do that, I mean, that's just that's great for him, because I think that'll take him places. in the
Absolutely.
future.
Yep.
So let's get into the drawing here. So I'm curious. So what got you started with drawing?
Um, I don't know. I think I probably inherited that because I know I haven't seen a lot of work that she did. She passed very when I was young, at a very early age. But she used to draw a lot to help my sister with her homework. And
Okay.
I don't know, I guess it was just easy for me. I would see things and she would just let me draw on the wall. Like in my
Oh
room,
wow.
I
Okay.
would have like a Bugs Bunny or whatever, like whatever cartoons I would see, it would be on the wall. And as long as I could erase it and draw it, like she would just let me go crazy.
Okay.
And I
Interesting.
just kept on. And I do murals. I've done school murals. I've done
Okay.
murals in nurseries and jackets and sneakers. Like I
Okay.
just whatever I could get my hands on. But it
Yeah.
just didn't stop there. I would like a PlayStation cover or a table or any skateboard, anything I can get my hands on that allowed me the creative space to just do whatever I like to do.
Sure.
I was doing it. Yeah.
Okay. Now, did you over the years have you been in any competitions or I don't know if that's even a thing, but any sort of like anything like that as far as like submitting artwork for anything or anything like that?
I haven't done anything where my artwork was like on a competitive level, but I've been around, like I've had exhibits and I've been around where I've
Okay.
got to showcase my stuff.
Oh,
I've
nice.
worked with
Okay.
some amazing artists. My niece, an amazing artist,
Okay.
she's going to college right now and she far surpassed me at
Oh,
an
okay.
early age. Yeah,
Yeah.
because uh the eye for detail is something that if you love it, it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
And my mind is always so focused on a million different things that I can't really master anything
Sure.
to the fullest. But
Yep.
I love to study new artists. I love to study new mediums, and I've learned how to draw with chalk recently. That's another thing I took on
Oh,
a couple
that's
years
okay.
ago.
Yep.
Yeah, and the mind is forever evolving. And
Yeah.
the younger you are, that you pick it up, it's gonna. Little Brick, he draws. Like I don't know
Mhm.
if you can inherit that, but it's something that you take and you just move with it, and there's it's endless possibilities of what can happen with art.
Oh yeah, I actually just watched I think it was a reel. I think it was yesterday. This guy on the street. I don't know what city it was, but this guy comes up to him and says, "Hey, can you paint my or spray paint my iPad?" So he gets the
Mm-hmm.
spray paint and does all this stuff. I'm just like, what is he doing here? And then it was this massive ship in the middle of the ocean with a moon and it's moonlight down in the water. I was just like, how did his mind like I'm over here, I can't even draw a stinking stick figure. And then this guy's spray painting a mural on the back of an iPad. I mean, it's truly incredible to see like if you put your mind to things, what you can do with it. And that's another thing that I've been talking about with people too recently is um the schools nowadays, they always tend to push like going to college, get a degree type things. We're not pushing the trades or the imagination things, and nothing wrong with going to school, but if there's kids that are good at art, push them towards art. I mean, it's you don't want to lose these talents that these kids have to push them into the
Right,
corporate world.
right,
So
right.
because yeah, you don't want to end up with people like me doing storyboards with stick figures and stuff for movies.
I mean,
All
with
right.
so many AI platforms, you could create a
Well,
storyboard and boom.
nowadays, yeah, that's true too. I forgot about
Yeah,
the AI
yeah.
stuff. That stuff's getting scary. I mean, that's interesting what that's doing. So, all right. So, you do have how many kids do you have again?
I have 5 kids.
You have 5 kids. Okay.
Yes,
So
it's a
Little Brick is the
blended family.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And then Little Brick is the youngest, correct?
Yes, he is
Okay.
the youngest.
All right. So we talked about him a little bit with the flag football and the toys and all that kind of stuff. What are the other kids into?
Well, my oldest, he played ball for a little while, and he lives out in PA now.
Okay.
He's a gamer.
Okay.
He has my princess. She's 5. He
Okay.
has a daughter, and she's amazing.
Okay.
And then my son Matthew, he's a gamer as well. Yeah, he's
Nice.
26. So it's 27, 26. And then Jaden, another gamer, but works in the corporate field now.
Okay.
He works here in the city, but lives out in Jersey. And then my daughter Haley, basketball player, she
Nice.
works in the medical field, and she's 21. She was the baby until Jonah came,
Okay. All right.
and then
Man.
now Jonah. Yep.
Okay, so you have a nice you got gamers, you got medical. I mean, you got lots going on. So I mean, you got, you know, the medical side, you have the gaming side. What are holiday dinners like, or when you get everybody together? Because obviously the gamers can talk, but how does the whole family blend together there?
Well, my kids, Matthew and Haley, live here. Jaden lives in Jersey. He comes down.
Okay.
Jacob visits when he can. So it's a good time. My sisters, they surround me with a lot of love, so they're always here, and they come in. My niece comes down. You know, she's from college, and we always spend. Well, we try to spend as many holidays together as we can. You know, you get older, and you build your own kind of family, and you know you do separate things. But we try, for the most part, like 95% of the time, we try to do holidays together.
Nice. Okay. Well, that must be nice. So, like, what's the average number of people you guys usually have?
Between us, me and my sisters, nephews, everybody, we're about 15 to 20 people. Yeah.
All right.
Kids,
so,
you know,
important question: who does the cooking?
My sister. But wait a minute.
Okay.
My older sister does the cooking, but we all play a part because I cook. My sister that comes after me, she cooks. She cooks a little bit more on the healthier side, so she brings all that good life for us to live for another holiday.
Yep.
I have my go-tos, you know, and then everybody just puts their part, you know. They come together and we make it happen.
Okay. Or, you know what? Good. This is a lovely, because I love food. I love the holidays. Thanksgiving is
absolutely
one of my favorites. All right. Give me an iconic dish that you guys, either you yourself has to have, or something that must be there on Thanksgiving. And
stuffing.
Yeah,
that was quick for me.
Yep. Okay.
Stuffing.
Yep. All right. See, I knew this is why we were good, because that's my jam too.
That is my go-to thing. I mean, I remember the recipe from my mom's, and I kind of took it, and every year I'm making stuffing, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who's making like what. But for me, like what I bring is, you know, the stuffing.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
My sister makes a cheesecake that is the go-to for everybody. And it's a fight or die kind of thing. Like she makes a couple that everybody gets to take an individual.
Okay.
And the cheesecake is the thing. It's the thing.
All right, you know what? I'm not gonna lie. We don't live too far from each other, so I might have to make a trip.
There it is. Boom. There it is.
I mean, you told me about this vault, and now I know about stuffing and cheesecake. So can stuffing and cheesecake go into the vault, or does that have to stay outside of the vault?
Listen, we can definitely. The vault is big enough to walk in and walk around. You saw that I recently expanded it. I told you and Mav, you're welcome to come down.
Okay.
I'm trying to do some things with it, you know.
Okay.
So,
all right.
You're welcome to come down.
We will chat about that. Because I definitely I would love to start getting to see more people, and especially go out into their elements and kind of see, like, you know, how they, because I mean, you know, it'd be cool to have people come to your Lego space and kind of like, I don't know, just hang out and whatnot. And because we all unfortunately live so far away, it seems, opportunities don't really come up too often. But yeah, like I said, you're not too far from me. So plus Christmas in New York City is always a grand time. So I mean,
absolutely.
Okay. All right. We'll chat. So all right. And then if you had somebody coming, this is my travel section here. If you had somebody coming to visit you, then we're going to go into Lego here. If anybody's coming to visit you, other than the Lego store, what would be a highlight in your area that you would always have to take somebody to or recommend?
It depends on season. It depends, you know, what time of the year it is. I mean, I'm fortunate enough to live in one of the greatest, if not the greatest city in the United States. You know what I'm saying? Like possibly the world, because you have at any given moment, you go downtown, you got Times Square, you got Battery Park, you got Statue of Liberty, you got Empire State, you got You go upstate, you got beautiful places upstate New York. You know, it depends. In the summertime, you got places upstate that you wouldn't even believe that are here. You
Oh,
know,
really? Okay.
so
Okay.
it just depends on the time.
Okay.
Central Park is always a beautiful thing to go and sit in Central Park, and it's always growing. So that's amazing.
However, a little boy, Kevin McAllister, he told me not to go in Central Park at night. I mean,
Yeah,
that was 20 some 30 years ago, so maybe things have changed. So
right, from the ice skating to just
Yeah,
getting a chance to tour around. People take for granted they live in the city, and there's a lot of things that they haven't even done.
Oh,
The food that you could get, you could run
Yeah.
into a store at any given time, like, let me get this sandwich, or let me get this steak, or Brooklyn has some amazing places to eat.
Okay. Yep. Yeah, that's I've been, I said 3 times, either 2 or 3 times I've been to New York City. And like as you said, the food is just absolutely incredible. And I keep telling myself, if I lived there, I'd probably be the size of a barn. However, if you can walk, I mean, because you're not driving in New York City. I mean, it's just not. I would assume it's not recommended. So
unless you're planning to pay for parking.
well, yeah. So I'd say walk, and you can eat whatever you want, and then just walk it off, and then it's a perfect world. So
yeah, you start downtown and you walk your way up. You got Little Italy down there. You got the West Side, East Side. Yeah, if you're a foodie, my sister's a foodie, and I can't say like she has her go-to places, but I can't say that she's been to the same place more than 1 or 2 times. Like she's always something new.
Yeah.
Like you got to try this. You got to try that. Like stay out of and it's sad, and I know we're live, but I really don't eat a lot of different foods. So I chicken and turkey. So I go places and I'm like, well, I'll have the chicken.
Yeah.
And it's upsetting because she's like, man, you just got to try this right here. I'm like, well, I mean, if they got chicken, I'm there. So
yeah, well, they do. They do make different things that that look like chicken that she could maybe hide and see if you would know the difference.
But man, there's a lot of amazing places, and definitely in New York, man.
Oh, I bet. I bet. All right. You and I we'll chat because I would love to. I haven't been up there and oh gosh, it's been probably since 2010, 2011. So it's been a while. So all right, so let's roll into the Lego world here. So most importantly, the biggest question I always have to ask is, did you have Lego when you were a kid?
More Ninja Turtles, but there was some Lego. There was Lego here and there. My cousin had a lot of Lego, so I really got the opportunity because I grew up with my grandparents, so I got the opportunity to play with a lot of Lego. And for me, I don't really play with Lego now. Like I build Lego. Back then, I really got to play with the Lego and understand what it's like to, take this apart and then build this. For me, and this is my opinion on Lego. Lego is forever unfinished. Like it's never finished. So if I had to start a segment or start a podcast, it would just be called Never Finished, because just because the set has instructions to build what it is, I can take those pieces and build whatever I want.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. It's never finished. It's never, and that's what I love about it. That's what and from that time, from 8, 9 years old, it's always been like, wow, you could do so much.
Yeah.
When Little Brick decided to get back into it right before COVID, we'll get into it. It was like, wow. It was like, okay, now me and him, we're going to do this.
Yep.
And he liked that. He's a fan of YouTube. So it just kind of happened. We had the YouTube channel and, and it took off.
All right. So I need to get your opinion on this. So if you buy a Lego set, and I know what you just said, but if you buy a Lego set and I'm going to use Arkham, for example, right? So we spent, what was that? $300, right?
Yeah.
How long would it be until you could say, I'm going to take this apart and I'm going to use it for something else?
Well, I haven't taken, and this is truth. This is the truth. I haven't taken anything apart that I've built to do something else.
Okay.
And like if I'm taking it down, it's getting packed away. But
Okay. All right.
yeah, I don't play with none of the Lego here. With the Lego that I do play with is in Little Brick's room.
Okay.
And he likes to, again, he will build the set, but it's like build it and take a plane and crash it right through it.
Oh, yeah.
While my brain is on fire, I'm like, okay, go ahead. Like that set right there is to play with.
So in other words, if a plane just so happened to fly by Arkham Asylum, what happens? What happens in that instance?
Well, this one right here, once a plane flies through it, it becomes a play set. And the one that goes on display, it stays on display and it doesn't. There's no planes flying around this room. Trust that.
It's funny. I've had a few people that are pretty big mock builders. And one of the common problems that I hear is you're building a mock, you can't find the piece you need. And you just so happen, I'm just going to keep picking on Arkham over there. You look over at Arkham and you're just like, oh, I see you over there. I need that piece. So they'll get a piece of tape or a sticky note. They'll take the piece off and then they'll mark it where that piece was taken off, and then they'll use that in their mock. I'm the type of person where once I build a Lego set, I cannot touch it. I cannot modify it. I cannot do anything. That is how the designer said it's supposed to be, and that's how it's going to stay.
That's it. That's what it is. So I haven't touched it, and it just is there. If anything, I'll add like my helmets. Every helmet I build, I add a figure to it. Whether I've already had the figure, the minifig, or I'll shop around and I'll look for it. But they all have a minifigure next to it.
I mean, they probably should have had one in the first place.
See, I thought I was the only one asking for too much, but give me one. Come on, at least throw a fig in there.
Yeah. So this seems to be a common conversation. So the way I look at it is, Lego comes out with exclusive CMFs every year, maybe twice a year now. Exclusive BAMs, the build a minifigures, and CMFs are technically what, $5 a piece plus tax. BAMs are what, 3 for $10. So let's just go with $4 a piece. So if you can make those, why couldn't that? What are the helmets? Are they 55 or 65 or something like that?
It depends. Some of them have been $70-$80.
That's right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So couldn't we have just added $5 to the price and tossed the figure in? I mean, even double it, make it 10, and toss a figure in there.
Yeah.
Like I don't think that $5 or $10 would have made or broken the purchase for somebody.
It probably would have made somebody, wow, there's a fig there now. It makes sense. Let me, exclusive to this. All right. But don't do me like, give me an exclusive to this set, and then later you give me a little $10 mini and there's a fig in there too. So
I sense resentment.
I mean, it's happened a couple times already. So
all right, so let me take this a step further here. If a set has a set exclusive gift with purchase, must that gift with purchase be displayed with the set, or can you sell it and make the profit, a little bit of money back to put towards the cost of the set?
Yes and no, because I've done it and I've saved. Like when I built Barador, I built the dragon. The fall beast. I built it and I had it on display for a little while. I just recently packed it to make space on my dresser.
Okay.
But some of the gift with purchases don't go with the set. No. Like look at Arkham. They didn't give us. They could have gave us the bat signal, little bat signal gift with purchase. That would have been dope for the price that they gave us. They could have but they gave us a Genesis control. So if I'm building it, like it's whatever,
Yeah.
Like Wonka, they have that set. They could have gave us anything. They could have gave us a golden ticket.
That's what I said.
It could have been something to go with it, and absolutely I would display it. That's what will happen. But the Genesis, I mean, I'm gonna put it in the room because Little Brick has a shelf as well. He has his bins where he plays with his, but he has a gaming shelf where he likes to build all his video game stuff, and that's gonna go up there.
Okay.
He's mad about the control. Trust that. you're gonna see a video coming. He wants to do his own video. He has a lot of feedback on that control because he just feels there's a lot missing, and but I'll let him explain it to everybody.
Okay, okay. Yeah. So little drop of little tease there for upcoming content. I like it.
Right.
And the best part is when it's a kid, it's not scripted, man. That's coming from the heart. So you better Lego, you better take that and you better run with it because
yeah, when he said it, I was like, wait a minute. Wait, we're gonna record this because you're making some really valid points that as an adult, I'm talking to other people. I'm like, man, and then I'm hearing him, I'm like, and his opinion is gonna mean something because it's like the first thing that comes to his mind is like, it's coming out. Yep.
That's I agree 100%. Yes, I mean the Mario Kart thing really threw me off earlier this year with the Spiny Shell. Like, to me, that should have been a set exclusive because Mario Kart obviously uses the Spiny Shell. So that was a little disappointing. But yeah, if it's just a random gift with purchase, it's fine. It's whatever.
Yeah.
But if it's meant to be with that set, I almost feel like I have to put it with the set because it it goes hand in hand. So
yeah. They dropped the ball on that. Making us spend 2,500 points is like, it was tough.
Yeah, I see, and I knew it. Once I knew it, I couldn't try to get it out of my mind either because it would just haunt me. It's like, you didn't spend 2,500 points for the gift with purchase that goes exactly with the set.
Now, I wouldn't have mind they gave us the blue one and then the red one you can pay. Yeah. Like, give me another color. Okay, you know what? I'll pay the 25 to have two colors. The red one. Come on, the red one is iconic.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
Yeah, but
I agree.
I've seen some mocks out there, different shells.
Yeah. You actually just brought up a good idea. What would your thoughts be on if you had a gift with purchase for a set? So just for example, the Black Pearl or Captain Jack Sparrow's pirate ship, whatever we're calling it nowadays. Obviously the Compass came out with it. So how would you feel if there was like a subline where there was like and I always forget their names, the two guys that are in the boat, the two numbskull guys, that they're in the dresses and they go in the little boat off to the side. Like, what would you think if they came out with gift with purchase, or I guess insider rewards that were like kind of offshoots of the set? Would you be okay with them making like subsequent sets that technically go along with that major release, or do you think that would cause a lot of problems?
No, absolutely. Like, what do you mean? Like a little boat on the side with like a little side character?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So like, or I don't know. I'm just tossing out there like Davy Jones in a paddle boat or something like that. Just like an extra gift with purchase, but it's an insider's reward. So you get a gift with purchase with the set, but now they're offering, kind of like you said with the red shell, they're giving a whole different gift with purchase, but you have to use insider's points.
I'm okay with that. Actually, I'm running more to go get the set now because I had the gift with purchase plus I can get this. It's making this set more, like it makes me eager to get it because of everything that's coming along with it. More than half of the people out there already have a couple thousand points. So, all right, I'm gonna use this 2,500 points. Let me get that. I need that. It's more of a I need kind of thing versus all right, well, if I don't get it, no, you got to get that because it goes with that.
Exactly.
If it was random, like I've seen some random stuff, but no, this right here, I need that. Like when they did the space car, it was random, but it was kind of a need thing because I have a lot of space, like a lot of space sets, and it just makes sense. And if you're building a city and you have a lunar kind of situation going on, it was really cool. So I got it. But those kind of randoms, if I didn't get it, I didn't get it, But like you said, if they're gonna come out with that, that's a need, and it makes that set more, like I gotta have it.
I didn't even think about it from that capacity too. I mean, that's a valid point now because those insider rewards, they're not gonna last as long. I guess you don't run into as many problems with having people buy them with like bots or whatnot, because you do have to have an account with that amount of points in it. So unless you have like 10 Lego accounts with that many points in it, it's going to be a lot harder for people to just go randomly buy or use their points towards that. So, but yeah, I think you're right there. I mean, that could drive the interest in a set being like, okay, well, if I want this, I mean, I guess I could technically buy this with my insider points now, but you're still going to eventually have to get the big set because otherwise there would be no purpose to having that additional gift with purchase. So,
right.
Okay. Well, food for thought for Lego. We're giving some food for thought tonight. So
yeah. Like I miss when they used to have those calendars where it would tell you, the double points and the gift for purchases and this. They used to do that. They would tell you the month of, now they're just randomly throwing out double points here and this here and that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of a shame. And I guess it's kind of like maybe they don't want us planning because then we can kind of plan accordingly. But yeah, it would be nice because I feel like the double point stuff has changed too. I feel like it used to be set times. It would be double points on anything. And now it's like randomly double points on Batman or randomly double points on this set or that set. And it kind of makes it a little bit harder to, I guess technically get what you want. So, oh, Mom, are you there? Uh-oh, we might have a technical difficulty. Hang tight, everybody. I don't know if he can see me. If anybody's in the chat, can you let me know if you can see Mamba? I have him. Oh, are you there? There you are. Okay. You were frozen. Can you hear me? Hold on. I think your audio disconnected. Uh-oh. He's back. Now he's gone again. He's frozen. All right, let's see here. Let me see if I can. Hang tight, everybody. Apologize. Oh, there he is. Hold on. Let me remove him here. There he is.
Yep.
Okay. He's back. Back in the flesh. Okay. All right. Okay. Can you hear me? Mama, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
You can hear me? Okay, good. All right, now I can hear you. Okay, back on track. Okay, sorry about that. Technical difficulties. All right, so you had a little bit of Lego growing up. What would you say, as we all had, we had our dark ages. So what would you say the time frame that you would have been out of Lego?
I don't know if there was any time where I would have been out because I've always been fascinated by the way the sets come together.
Okay.
But I guess with the kids coming up, everybody had their own kind of thing. And being a young parent is tough.
Yeah.
And Lego is not cheap.
Yeah.
It wasn't until I learned how to really adapt and work hard, I guess, to be able to afford certain things and catch it using points or sales or here or there. Because I'm not always going into the Lego store.
Sure.
You got other places. You got a Walmart. You got a Target. Shout out to Kohl's. I just found a great deal. Quarter brick. If you're watching, thank you. She put me onto something amazing. We'll chat after, and I'll put you on something that dropped super early. And Kohl's, so you catch them because it is expensive. And sometimes you miss those sets, but you'll come around again a month or two later, it'll be on sale, $100 off for this, and then you catch it,
Yep.
But yeah, I guess there's not a time where there's not a time for Lego, but my kids weren't toy kids. They were video game kids, and then some sports here and there because they each played a different sport. But video games kind of took over that era of and it wasn't a toy thing. Yep. Jonah, the little one, he's like that.
Okay. Yeah. So what? Going back here, as far as getting Jonah, getting him into Lego, was there something in particular that really made it take off for him?
Well, my son, he has sensory processing disorder, so
Okay.
it was more of the colors and the shapes and the building, together.
Sure.
It was
Okay.
kind of that got to him, and like he saw it and he liked it, and then I was like, all right, well, this is something that will help me, really be able to, you know, push the play element of, what I'm doing in the house with him,
Okay.
because he wasn't always like, he was like, all right, well, I'll play with this, I'll play with this, I'll play with that. And his mind was Lego
Yeah.
really locked him in.
Okay.
And it was like, okay, I like this. I like playing with this. And then it was like, well, I like that too. So we're gonna do this together.
Yeah. Okay.
And yeah, and surprisingly enough, it became such a thing that when COVID hit, I took it to work. And
Okay.
I was like, it worked for me and him. It like took this relationship of, I don't know what to do to be able to engage and get him to really focus and lock in. It took that, and I was like, maybe I could get this, because everybody was like distant. We
Sure.
talking. I sat here, another guy sat way over there. So I took a set to work, and I built it, and I said, okay, I'm gonna put it here. And there's a couple pieces you could build and put it here. And
Okay.
then another person would come, and another person would come, and slowly, as the restrictions started to calm down, and we started to come together, and before you knew it, it just exploded into this massive city that took
Nice.
over about 15 tables.
Okay.
Like, it was just incredible. Like, we talking clients that were coming from all over, from
Oh,
all
wow.
Europe,
Okay.
Australia, New Zealand, South America, everywhere. And they would take, because I had a creation station with a
Okay.
bunch of SIGs, and they got to make their own SIG and put it
Oh,
in
that's
the
cool.
city.
Okay.
And they took pictures and they showed it to their kids, and their kids would come into work, and we'll give them sets. And
Oh, wow. Okay.
yeah. And then a
Okay.
couple floors down from me, that company represented Lego. They
Okay.
caught wind of what was happening. Boom, called me over, wanted me to present to Lego. I
Okay.
presented to Lego, and they came upstairs, and it was amazing. I got to
Oh,
meet
that's awesome.
the Lego group. Yeah, it
Okay.
was cool. And
Oh,
this is
that's
all
really cool.
because of Little Brick,
Yeah.
and
Yeah. Yep.
and that experience with him.
Okay. Okay. So now, I know we kind of touched on it a little bit, but does he, does he enjoy like the following the instructions, building the set thing, or is he just kind of like just free build, mock building, whatever we want to call it?
Well, he follows, like he'll look at it, and he's a quick builder, but
Okay.
he's more build and destroy.
Okay.
He's
Yeah.
more
Yep.
like, I want to build it and I want to knock that building over. I want
Okay.
to take the car. I don't want to roll the car on the floor. No, I want to roll the car on the table until it rolls off the side of the
Yeah.
table and smashes into pieces.
Yep. Okay. Good. Good. Well, I mean, that's, I don't know. It's a toy. At the end of the day, it
It
is
is
a
a
toy.
toy.
It's hard to swallow that sometimes.
I had to tell him that, because I used to say, these are daddy's toys. Like, you can't, these are dad's toys. And then I'm like, well, you know what? These are dad's collectibles.
There you go.
Those are
Yeah.
your toys. These are
Yeah.
collectibles. There's a difference.
I say you sounded like President Business there. These are dad's toys. I mean, it's funny to really think about it. Like, you tell a kid that this toy, you can't play with this toy, and they can't, until they get older, they can't just like look at an adult and be like, what? Like, you always tell me to play with my toys, and now you're telling me not to play with toys. Like, what am I supposed to do here? But yeah, I mean, that is a good way to put it. These are collectibles, which they are. I mean, most of the time they do hold a value and appreciate in value, especially if you keep them in the box.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, they are really nice to look at, and that's really cool what you guys did at work. And when you really see people with Lego, I mean, you really do see that kid come out of people, and it's just, sometimes it's almost like you almost try not to laugh because you don't want anybody to think like you're laughing at them. But to see how a person, like an adult's face lights up, and when they're building something or whatever, it really is like one of those moments that it touches your heart, because that's what you want to see. And it brings us together for sure.
Absolutely.
Which I've seen, speaking of that, at my Lego clubs. Last year we had a build a tallest tower competition. It started out as the kids, But then when the parents saw that their kid's tower wasn't tall enough, well, mom and dad started coming over, and those towers started. But that's what I want. That's why I encourage the parents to come, because those are opportunities for you to do stuff with your kids that we typically don't get to have because of screens and everything else. So it's nice opportunities. So now I know you have a portion of your collection that you and I originally connected on, and that would be the lovely Brickheads series.
Brickheads.
Which I never wanted to start with. I kind of got passion pressured, as I like to coin it, down a rabbit hole. And you are very familiar with that rabbit hole.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
All right. So your Brickhead journey, let me hear it. Where did it start? How'd you get into it? And are you done, or are you still searching for something?
I'm done.
Okay.
I'm, with the exception of the 6 Comic-Con exclusives, which I would probably never, ever, I'm not going to say never a bunch of times, just twice, because I don't know. I might win the lotto. But I'm probably never, ever going to get them, because they're about 900, 1,000, 1,200. Like, come on. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I think the most I've spent for a Brickhead is maybe $60. Maybe.
Okay.
But with the exception of those 6, I've gotten them all from the beginning all the way up till now. And now I'm continuing to go forward.
All right. So my opinion on those, they're not numbered. So technically they don't count. Because they don't have numbers on them. All the others do. So obviously the Han Solo and the Boba Fett and Carbonite, or Boba Fett and Han Solo and Carbonite, that has a number, so that counts.
Oh, okay.
But this is how I justify not needing those, because they don't have numbers. So I'm with you, because I'm not going to spend that on a Brickhead. Now,
so the Supergirl, Martian Manhunter, we could forget that. The Venom and the Spider-Man. Oh, Doctor Strange.
Those. Yeah, the Doctor Strange one. Anyone that doesn't have their own little red number, I just disregard as not being a part of the collection. Because they don't fall sequentially in order. So now I remember you were trying to figure out how to display them. Have you come up with a final solution for that?
Well, I did for a while have them on display, but I just ran out of space. Lene, amazing Brick Bay. She helped me name the block, and it was becoming a thing until I just ran out of space, and I had to take it down, because I had these acrylic shelves that I ordered, and they were phenomenal because you could fit maybe 4 or 5, depending on, they were 11 inches. They were cool, four tiers, and I filled the whole bay quickly. And it just became too much. I had it at work, so I took it down. I'm looking for some kind of system here, but they take up a lot.
I know.
200 and change. So
yeah, I'm struggling with that as well, because I don't have any space. Excuse me, at the moment. I'm about, I think I'm 38 away from being done. So I need to figure out before, because I haven't even built a lot of them yet, because I don't want to start building them until I have the display space for them. So keep me updated what you figure out, because I might need to need to get some of your expertise there. But yeah, they're just so, what's great about them, especially the newer ones now, is if you need $10 to break over the gift with purchase threshold, just grab a Brickhead. There you go. You're over the threshold. And what people don't realize too is those Brickheads, and this is sometimes what I don't understand either, not a lot of pieces, but they have all these nice exclusive printed tiles in them most of the time. And for $10, I don't think you can go wrong, especially even if you just want to use, maybe for parts, it's a little expensive, but it's just a nice little thing to have that you can get over thresholds with and whatnot. So, all right. So as far as your Lego collection, other than the Brickheads, do you have a favorite? Obviously, Batman is a favorite of yours. Do you have a theme of Lego that tends to be a go-to?
Well, I'm a Star Wars guy, but I think Batman for me just takes it. Like, they haven't been that successful with a lot of
DC kind of things.
Yeah.
Some of it is real repetitive, but I like the Batman. I'm a Millennium Falcon. I have all the Millennium Falcons except for the white and blue one.
Okay.
Um, I like the Disney-ish now versus Disney back then. I'm not a fan of the Friends, the mini dolls,
Sure.
but Marvel, Iron Man
Okay.
is my guy on the Marvel side, and
Okay.
DC Batman's my guy. So, but I just like the build side of it, so it doesn't really gauge towards anything. Each wall in my room here has a theme. So I have a Star
Okay.
Wars wall, I have a Marvel wall, I have a Disney wall, and now creating the Batman section back there is going to be a Batman wall.
Nice. Now it's funny because you told me Iron Man and Batman, they're basically one and the same. Rich billionaires that just decided to be superheroes.
I respect them a lot because yes, they have these gadgets and stuff, but these guys have no powers, just cocky attitudes.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna fight him. So what? He's a powerful being. Yeah, I'm gonna fight him. So what?
Yeah.
Like Batman fought Superman. People just keep on forgetting this. Yes, he had kryptonite, but forget about the kryptonite. The fact that I'm willing to fight Superman gives me something.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm with you. I'm with you completely. Yeah. Are you happy with the current state of the DC realm right now?
Maybe James Gunn is gonna do some things. He might be able to turn it up. But I mean, the Superman wasn't that bad. I mean, it wasn't like what I expected a new face of DC is going to be. But okay, let's see what else you got. I mean, can't just count them out yet.
Yeah.
Can't be worse than what's been out there.
Yeah. The only thing that frustrates me is we keep restarting. Because we had Pattinson as Batman. Now apparently he's not in the James Gunn realm, so now we need another Batman, which is frustrating. At least that's what my understanding was. He's not in the James Gunn realm. So now you got to reboot Batman yet again, even though they're making another Pattinson Batman. So that's going to start getting confusing.
That's a whole other universe, though. Yeah.
Yeah, but to the casual person, now you're like trying to explain, like, okay, well, this is Superman, but he has nothing to do with Batman, and this, it's just like Marvel really. I think DC tried to be Marvel too, like they didn't think, they just acted. They tried to replicate Marvel, and when they didn't succeed, it just kind of it shot them in the foot, which is unfortunate. Because I'm a big Batman guy too. So yeah, it's a shame, but we can only do so much. So
right, I mean, it can't get no worse,
I mean, you would hope not. Yeah, you would hope not. So since you said Star Wars, I have to ask, the Death Slice. What's your take on it?
I was there today, and this young lady was building it, and I mean, I would love to build it.
Yeah,
I've had conversations to death about it. I feel a display piece, a more insider look on it is what it's best described as.
Okay.
Versus an Ultimate Collector Series set.
Yeah.
I believe Brixie said it should have been a Master Builder set.
Yep.
I saw this guy on TikTok say that they should have sold it in pieces, which I agree with him, because while you're still paying that, you would essentially build it up to the hype.
Yep.
Which is something like what they did with Harry Potter, when you would get these sets, and then you could build the big castle, and oh my god, that way they showed you that's what was going to happen in the book. So maybe they could have this. So I agree with the guy on TikTok. I don't know his name. It was just a random video, but shout out to him. It is a great idea. They could have built up, and people still would have probably spent the same thing, but not even realizing over time they're building that. So that's cool, because they could have built all those rooms and then just put them all together. But I did see it happen today, and it did look like a fun build. It did.
I agree. Yeah. I mean, you probably actually could have had people spend more because you're selling them as individual sets. I think at the end of the day, if you just would have called it what it is, you would have had less of a problem. So if you would have called it the Star Wars or the Death Star diorama.
Right.
Simple fix. Why does it have
Absolutely.
to be a UCS? Just the diorama. And I think people still would have been up in arms over the price and what the back of it looks like. But if you don't market it as a UCS, which if you look back at all the other ones, they're models. They are collectibles. This one features play features. Yeah. So what UCS set features play features and I guess the play features. I mean, off the top of my head, I don't think there are any. Am I wrong in saying that?
No, there's the play features. You have the compactor, you have the elevator, you have the throne room. Like there's a lot of play features. You have where there's too many features in there for it not to be a play set-ish kind of thing. And that's where it takes off from a UCS and it kind of goes into like a bunch. And then the back is just, again, it's a display piece for a look towards what was inside or different scenes, because it's not even different places in the Death Star, like different chambers or areas. It's different scenes from movies.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's what you're getting.
See, what I thought too is, everybody nowadays, they have those, I always forget what they call them, the turntables or the little spinning wheels.
Right.
Like, how cool would that have been if it was a half finished sphere on the outside, where you could have had it spinning like at a show or something like that, where half of it's the finished exterior and then you go and it spins around and it's got the dioramas on the inside. Like, I think that would have been really cool to look at. I mean, I don't know piece wise what amount of cost that could have added on. I mean, probably another $200 I'm assuming.
Well, I'm looking at it from a creative standpoint and the different things that I probably, if I was sitting in that room giving feedback to let's make this set, I probably would have said, like you said, maybe unfinished, maybe half. I would have probably still went with the half, but maybe you can open it from the front.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, like you can take this part and open it here and open the bottom and boom. Now you got a really cool display. Like a UCS set. Because look the Titanic back there. I can see it back there. I haven't built it because I don't have the space for it.
Yeah.
But 600-ish, right? I bought it when it was 629.
Okay.
But 629, 10,000 pieces-ish. You got 9 and change here, $1,000. It's a $400 difference where you could have, there's another 2,000-ish pieces you could throw in there for that price, and it's just not giving me what I wanted in a set where I'm saying, look at that set.
Yeah,
like the Millennium Falcon. That's my GOAT set. Like
that's showstopper.
That was, and I not in a million years would I thought that I would have had it. It was given to me, so shout out to that. But that set, look at it, and it was expensive. It's still expensive.
Yeah,
but look what it's giving you. You open that up and it's like woof, and just the details on the outside, and it's a great display piece.
Oh yeah,
it's a great phenomenal.
Yeah, no matter where you see that, anybody will talk about it. I mean, it's
and it's scaled to, like, you can put the figs in it, and like in the little chamber, in the little gunship, like it's really on point. This one right here, while you can put the figs in it, it's just there, and I'm just sitting there. You got 30-something figs or 20-something figs in there. It's like, all right, cool, but it's not given like a set like this where it comes with 16 figs. You can do things. You can take off that tier. Now you're playing. You got a place for Poison Ivy there. You got the Batgirl and Joker, and you got a whole bunch that's happening. They're just there, and it's happening there.
That's it. Yeah,
that's it. That's what you got.
Yeah, I mean, I think like if you even take like the Bugle or the Avengers Tower,
the Bugle.
So you take that. I mean, and even comparing those, the value I think is just better spent on those.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's frustrating. I actually said last year, I said I have a feeling there's going to be $1,000 set. And I wish I could have somebody vouch for me, because I said it last year. I said, I know there's going to be $1,000 set next year. I bet you it's going to be a Death Star. and I would have never guessed it was going to look like that.
Never. And the rumors that flew around, shout out to my team, man, because we talk about a lot of random things, and shout out to the Random Show and the Brick Babe, she's awesome, and Quarter Brick and Lego Longoria and Brick Hive. Like, these people, like, everybody has their own opinion, but that's the good part of it, that you get to hear these different things and how they feel, and so much from the rumors starting to now to the actual idea being brought to life. You could have done so much with what was happening.
Yeah.
Because people are going to buy it. Let's call a spade a spade. Like, they're going to go out and buy it. It doesn't even matter. All these people, I'm not buying, and it's sitting on their table. So, because it's not like it's $1,000 October 1st, and if you don't get it, it's over. No, in November it's still gonna be $1,000. In December, like, it's still, and you probably, it might go on sale $800. You save $100 every whatever, and now you got the Death Star. Now
I would have a feeling I am going on October 1st because I'm getting what I'm calling the hottest released set on October 1st, which is the gingerbread AT-AT. In my opinion,
I have a list. I have 3 things that I'm gonna get, and that is one of them. I'm gonna get Gizmo because I have a little display in the living room where he's gonna go. But that is going on there. The AT-AT definitely is going on there. Yeah. And I'm gonna get the rocks, the gem thing.
Oh yeah.
My sister, she loves it. My son loves it. Like, everybody loves it. My wife loves it. So
yeah. Well, my plan is I'm gonna get my gingerbread AT-AT, and I'm gonna go sit in a chair at the mall, and I'm gonna watch to see how many Death Stars come walking out of that store. First of all, I don't think there's going to be many. That's just my opinion. I would assume that they were not mass produced. I mean, obviously mass produced, but not overly saturated in the production. Because first of all, you're not going to have, even, let's just say they get 20 sets in. That's $20,000 just sitting. That's just sitting in a store. So I would assume there's going to be maybe 10 to 15 of them that, in my opinion, I could be completely wrong on that. But I will be very curious to see how many come walking out of that store on October 1st, because I feel like this could be one of those ones that goes on quadruple point.
Well, I mean, listen, in our store, surprisingly, we the flagship in New York on Fifth Ave.
Okay.
And I think, and they always get a little bit. I think they're going to sell because the tourists buy Lego.
Oh, well, that's the
yellow bag is a thing. I'm on lunch every day, and I'm walking around Fifth Ave, Madison. I get my walk in and get my steps up, and that yellow bag is everywhere. And it's not because of New Yorkers. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
It's because there's not a lot. Like, I'm surprised that, like, Lego Tone, shout out to Lego Tone. His collection is phenomenal, but I would have never known that there's another guy like that around my neighborhood. I used to live a couple blocks away from him. And right here in New York. Like, you don't even know, because there's not a Bricks and Minifigs here. There's not there's a Lego store, but the tourists really pump that.
Oh, I
really, really. So that yellow bag is heavy.
Well,
I guarantee you the 10, because that flagship, they only get 10 of a major set when it comes out.
Okay.
I guarantee you maybe the 10 might sell, but it won't be from the native New Yorkers. It's going to be from tourists.
Well, I tell you, that tourist better bring a miniature crane, because I've been told that thing is pretty massive. That shipping box that it's in, it's massive. Because I asked the guy, I said, all right, just be honest with me here, because this is going to make or break my purchase. Do I get one of those nice, massive plastic yellow Lego bags? And he looks at me, he goes, yep. And I was like,
absolutely
sold.
Absolutely. I have 3. I've gotten 3 in my time, and the Titanic was one of them.
Yep.
And that box, I saw it today, is almost as big as, well, you know what? It's almost between the Millennium Falcon and the Titanic box is just like right in that realm right there.
Okay. Yep.
And boxes, it is huge.
Well, you know what's interesting to me, though, when we've been dissecting some of these sets, I was actually kind of shocked that the Black Pearl, Captain Jack Sparrow's, whatever, it's only 2 inches shorter, and the Death Star is 6 inches wider. So that ship is huge.
It is,
but it doesn't portray that way when you think of a giant circle. But I mean, these sets are getting to the point now where they're almost getting impossible to display. Even in these big IKEA shelves. I mean, and you know, the other thing that was a downfall for that Death Star, why would you not give compatible hardware to hang it? Like, you're telling me they couldn't have figured out a way to hang it?
Right. I agree.
So,
as flat as it is, it definitely could have been hung. Yeah, absolutely. It's a great idea.
Yeah.
I mean, again, shout out to Lego Tone. This guy, if anybody's gonna hang it, it's this guy. He has the cantina hanging on the wall. I don't even know how that's possible. He is hanging on the wall. And we've talked about the scale of these sets, and we came to the conclusion that you're gonna find space, or you're just gonna have to start taking stuff out.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to recycle. It's time for some new stuff to go up. That's just what it is. And then where are you gonna put that when you bring it down? Like, all right, where am I gonna put it?
I know. Well, that's part of the problem, because it's not always that easy. Now, if you were giving stuff away, which I'd love to give stuff away, but unfortunately I'm not financially well off enough to give stuff away.
Right.
But it would be so nice to, like, take a set down, post it on Facebook, somebody give you your actual asking price for it, not lowball you by half, and then turn the stuff over. But we know that that's not how marketplace and all that stuff works. So,
man, listen, I got Mav right now helping me trying to find Jango Fett Slave One, the UCS. I mean, not the Jango Fett. I'm sorry, the Boba Fett, because I had Jango. And I wanted to put them side by side. So we're out there looking, you know. We're searching.
I'll keep my eyes open for you as well. So,
all right, cool. I appreciate that.
All right, so you brought it up, so we're gonna get into it here. The Lego Vault. Would you like to explain to everybody? And look at that comment comes in right at the same time. Would you like to explain what the Lego Vault is?
Oh man, the Lego Vault. It started as just a small collection that I had. You know, it just became too much to keep because, believe it or not, I used to use Little Brick's closet. So I mean, we're talking 3 or 4 years old. So his stuff fit in his dresser. Yeah. So I would keep it in his closet, and then it just got heavy for the closet.
Okay.
So all right, my building partnered up with this company where they had some storage units. Boom, in the basement. So I started using that.
You didn't have anything to do with that partnership, did you?
I wish. Yeah. But I tell you what, the locker number 1 is mine. The first locker that became available was mine. And it got too heavy for that. So it's like, all right, it's time to get a storage unit. And it started to become a really big problem. Yeah. Where it was like, all right. And sets that I've built already, I'm like, all right, I can use another one on display, one on the side, or one here, one there. Oh, I'm gonna sell it, and believe me, that's a conversation that I've had countless times about. I'm gonna sell it. It will go eventually when the time is right. God forbid anything happens.
When the time is right.
You're good. You're good. Trust me. You sell the Lego, you're good. Because believe it or not, and I've made believers, like I've shown people, even the figs, you getting some money from. I have some figs that it's in a collection that is put away, and when you bust that open, there's some money there too.
Yeah.
So, but the collection kept growing, and then I moved from one storage unit to another, and then Little Brick was like, all right, well, it's growing. It's just, it's just no longer a storage. It's like a vault. Like, all right, well, vault. And then Lady Mamba was there, and it was like, all right. Lady Mamba was like, all right, well, this is gonna be the vault. This is gonna be the Lego vault. Okay. And then it just got too big for that storage unit. And then one day we opened up, this massive storage unit that we have now. And then the city came because the city was at work. And, I moved on to another, facility where I'm working at now. And the city had to come with me. And that city's in there. And I have a collection in there. I have all the CMFs from series, I don't know, 12 or something maybe. Okay. All of those. I even have a big bin of Pokemon that I'm trying to get rid of. And it's like sealed and everything. So I took that to the side. But yeah, it's a thing.
All right. So the only things I need to know, is there a refrigerator, a couch, and a TV in there as well?
I'll tell you what, the unit is big enough that if I wanted to put a couch in, I have a building table and a chair in there now. That's how big it is.
Okay. Yeah.
So Yeah.
Well, you know what? I mean, I know, obviously I've had, a storage unit before, and I can't say that for long periods of time it would be the most convenient place, but I think that's actually a place you could get away. And I mean, because it's quiet unless you have people coming and going, but that very much is a place you could go to escape and just kind of, do your own thing. So
it is my go-to. Unfortunately, I get out of work at 5. By the time I get up there, it's close to 6, and it closes at 7.
Oh,
But
okay.
I try to go as often as I can, and sometimes I just go in there and I just look at the stuff and I move it around, and I'm just like, all right, well, maybe this, and I think about content. Shout out to my sister; she's a big content person,
Oh,
and
nice.
she's
Okay.
like, you don't have to look; it's right here.
Yeah.
Right. Like you could talk about a set that you got a long time ago. You could talk about this. You could. So it's there. But sometimes, really, I just go in there and I just like, all right, well, this is my Zen place. My creative space.
Yeah. It's actually funny because when you really think about it, sometimes I think the hobby doesn't even need to include building. Like you literally can just marvel at like what sets look like, how they were built, the techniques used to build something a certain way. You with your art, we need you to start decorating these boxes again, man, because I'm getting tired of these plain old boxes with nothing on it. We need that original artwork where like you could look at the set and you could like, I know they have pictures on the back and whatnot, but it's not the same. It's not the same kind of feel that you get when you look at this stuff. So I'm telling you, man, maybe you need to reach out to Lego and tell them that they need a box art designer. So
let's go. I'm happy you spoke that into existence. Let's see if it happens, man. The universe is out there listening.
Don't forget about me if something happens. So
yeah. Well, I am getting Little Brick the sneakers, and I will be going crazy on these sneakers because for me, I see like a blank piece of paper.
Yeah.
So there's just a bunch of space for me to draw on it, and I think, and I've talked about it on the Random Show. Shout out to the Random Show that they gave us that opportunity to really be as creative as we want to with a black and white sneaker, with a all white with the black, right? So
well, they didn't give a size 10.5 male the opportunity to be creative.
Right? They stop at a 7. Man, I've said this. If you got a 7, bro, you got small feet.
Yeah. I say I don't think I can cram my feet into the size shoe that's available. So all right. So you've mentioned a show a couple times here. So I want you to give this show the spotlight. Let's hear the story about the Random Show here. How did it come in existence? Who's all in it? Let's give everybody the praise they deserve.
Well, first, shout out to the Random Show. The very talented and amazing, phenomenally great friend that I had the pleasure of knowing, the Brick Babe. She's awesome. Yep. She found me on Instagram and chatted it up. Like we started talking, and she was like, "Hey, I got a lug. You want to come and meet these great people and talk, and we get to build." And shout out to the Dream Builders lug.
I was gonna,
and I was like, "Sure, man. Listen, yeah, I'm with it." And I was already watching her content and a couple of other people, and watching her lives with Tone. I've mentioned him a couple times. Shout out to Tone. And she's also on another show, Good Morning Brick World, which I was a big fan of already, watching their content. And it just kind of evolved into a thing where, I started to meet more and more people. And I met Andrew, and he's amazing. He, Lego Longoria. And I met Quarter Brick, and she's like one of the greatest people you can meet. She picked up the phone, and I got ideas where I just ramble on, and she picks up the phone. It doesn't matter.
Nice.
She's on the West Coast, so when we're filming Good Morning Brick World, she's getting up at the crack of dawn to just be on with us.
Yep.
And she'll pick up. It doesn't matter. I'm like, hey, for here it's 10 o'clock. Over there's a little bit earlier, but she'll pick. Hey, what's up? Yeah, let's do it. Sounds great.
Nice. Yeah.
And I got to meet, Hyde. He's awesome. And, Professor Brickman, that's another guy that he's not with the show, but he kind of tied it in because he was like, listen, stick to her. She's awesome. And she's a friend. And this community just kind of like took me in. And I was like, all right. And it allowed me a space to really, do what I wanted to do.
Okay.
And Good Morning Brick World took a little break. And she was like, hey, let's do a show. I would like to do a show, and I want you to come on, when you got some free time, and, just chat it up. And then one day she was like, oh, would you like to be a host, co-host with me? Yep. And I was like, absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely. I would love to be a co-host. And she got the Quarter Brick on, and then Lego Longoria came on, and we just have fun. Yeah. That's what the show's about. It's about a bunch of random topics at random times, and we go on for any amount of time that we're on, and we just go on, different things, and we talk about everything. We got a new segment coming on where it's going to be random facts, and we just talk about different parts of our Lego journey together that not only has to do with Lego, but it has bought what Lego has given us and shown us and took us, because it's where we met. Mm-hmm. And fast forward to Good Morning Brick World, he came back on and he was like, listen, I watch your show, I'm a fan, like, what's up, like, let's do it together. Okay. So not only do we do the random show at 6 o'clock on Sundays, but we do Good Morning Brick World 10 o'clock on Sundays. So we're on both shows, and it's just a phenomenal, like the time that I spent on both shows, like I can't even tell you how much of a great time that I have.
Sure.
Yeah. It's just amazing.
I'm not going to lie, because I've had this conversation with a couple people. These past few weeks in the community have been very depressing to see how people have treated each other over certain releases, prices, whatever. It's very disheartening when you see that kind of stuff going on, because when you come to a community, you're not coming to make enemies. You're coming to make friends. And that's why we need more shows and people like you guys to wipe out, to be the sunshine and rainbows that wipes out the dark clouds, because we don't need any of that. Come for the hobby, enjoy each other, enjoy the hobby, and go on your merry way. There's no reason to do anything else. Right. And so if more people would, actually practice what they see and what they watch, I think we can make a difference. It's just we gotta find a way to do it. So, and I know you guys, I would say you guys definitely make a difference, because you guys are great people.
I appreciate
and
that.
Yeah, for sure. And I hope that I always gravitate towards the good people, and so.
Yeah, but I mean, I love watching you guys, man. You guys, on, and what I love about when you and Mav are on is that it's real. Mm-hmm. It's not, I'm going to say it to get likes or to get views or to get whatever. It's an honest opinion about what's happening. It's funny, and Mav, his accent kills me all the time. Like that, that Boston comes right out. And it's good entertainment, man, but it's good. And so that's why I tune in, man. I really
we appreciate
you guys. Yeah, definitely, all the time.
Yep.
Yeah, we got to have you guys on. We tell Mav all the time, because he jumps in sometimes in the morning when we're doing Good Morning Brick World. We just got to have you guys on, and maybe do a big show, just like a big mashup.
I'm down.
Maybe I know you guys did the marathon. That's something that we could probably, I was jumping in and out. And that's something we could probably all work on. I know Hive works crazy schedules, so I don't know, but maybe we could take intervals, like everybody jump in and boom, we're just gonna piggyback off of one another. But
for sure,
I think that'd be a great opportunity for all of us to just get it out there. Maybe one day even meet over there in Brick World. Mark jumps on all the time with us. Shout out to Mark and Brick World. And we get to really do something. Like you said, man, this community, it's a great community if you want it to be. There's no room for hate. Yeah. There's no room for hate anywhere.
No, there shouldn't be.
Not here, life is too short to spend your time hating anything, anyone, any place, anything.
Yep.
Like, come on, move on from that. And we're here, it's all love. We got love here for everybody, and we take them. And I'm a proud A4, and it doesn't only stay here on the camera. And when I'm outside, everybody knows me. I'm Legoed out. Like,
yeah.
I don't take no shame. There's no shame. You
Nope.
know, my nephew's a builder. My son is a builder. My kids are brick this and big brick and half a brick and lady. And if you want to be a part, boom, brick family, this.
Yep.
And, you know, everybody knows it. And I don't hide it. I'm not ashamed of it. You know, it's fun. It's fun. And surprisingly, there's people that want to say it, but don't say it. But they're like, man, that set is really cool. That set is cool. Like, oh, I'm a grown person. I don't play it. No, listen, you do. You do. Because when I had those people coming into my office, it was like, there was just some normalcy there. It was like, you know, it takes that corporate life. And it's like, oh man, I really want to play with that. Like, I really want to do that. And that, you know, what's wrong with it? What's wrong with it? Some of these sets are really cool to just display, but there's something about it where you get something and you're like, yeah, I built that. There's that factor in it. Like, I built that. I did this. I take time and, you know, and I shared it, or it looks cool, or, you know, I kid you not, I take no credit for any display in here. While I may have built it, it doesn't go up unless Lady Mamba says this is where it's going to go. Okay. So trust me, that wasn't something that, no, she was like, this is what's going to happen here, and that's going to happen there. So that's how that goes.
He's saving himself now.
Yeah. But I have friends, you know, at work that took on Lego, and now they build Lego a lot. Okay. You know, their displays are amazing. I wish they would promote their stuff. Like, I wish they would take pictures and put it out there, because it's nothing to be ashamed of. Like, listen, I get it. It might be a hobby for some people, but this is what it is. You know, I love it. I love the people. I mean, look at this relationship right here. Like, look at you guys.
Yeah, and that's the thing people need to realize too, is that it's not just so much the hobby, but it's also the people that you get to meet and, you know, become friends with, and because that's a whole other dynamic to it, where sometimes these Lego events, the Lego kind of trickles away and it's more focused on the people, and that's what shows you that it is a true friendship when you don't need something to bond over. You just bond as a human being. So and that's what we need to do. So all right, last thing before we run here, I know you have the shirt on, I know you mentioned it, you just want to give me a little rundown on the Dream Builders log?
Absolutely. Dream Builders log, again, shout out to the Brick Babe, man, she's phenomenal. Her and Mo put this together, and it's a diverse community log where we're taking everybody. Yes, absolutely. But, you know, you have these multicultural, you know, things that are happening in our lives that are not accepted everywhere else, where Lene and Mo say, you know what, here where we're recognizing and we're accepting and we're doing and we're building, and, you know, and this is where it's at. You're welcome. That's why it's the Dream Builders log. You know, like, we dream build and we dream big and we build together, and it's accepting. It's where we laugh, and she puts up these challenges and these, you know, these cool little things where we do every month. And if there's there's like a Spanish Heritage Month or the sun, she puts it up and she gives everybody the chance to display, and it's awesome. But again, so just a place of love where, you know, where we open the doors, and she sent it to me like, hey, listen, you want to be in there? Absolutely. I didn't even think twice about it. It was just for like, let's do it.
For sure. Now, just for a shout out, Dream Builders log does have their own Instagram page. If I'm not mistaken, is it just Dream Builders log, or is it the Dream Builders log?
Dream Builders log.
Dream Builders log. Okay, so that is over on Instagram. So anybody rewatching or watching now that's not following that, please head over to Instagram, give them a follow, check out the content over there. The random show, obviously you can find that amongst all the participants on Instagram and YouTube. You can follow along with them on that. Mamba, anything else that you want to share, promote, whatever? The floor is yours.
Well, I mean, appreciate you having me on, man. This has been a great opportunity to get to know you and to speak on, you know, everything that we do. Random show on Sunday, every Sunday, 6 o'clock ish. Shout out to random times. I mean, it's a great show. If you haven't already caught it, jump on over there, 6 o'clock. I guarantee you will not regret jumping on. Good morning, Brick World. It's an amazing show. Brick Hive, Hive is just amazing. So shout out to that. 10 o'clock, again on YouTube. I'll drop the links if you don't have the opportunity to catch it. And I'm here, man. I'm here all the time. I'm out there in the street. I'm there. I build for you. So I brick, you brick, we all brick. You want to see me build something, you let me know. Shoot me a DM. We'll get it done. And I'm out there. I'll let you know if it's worth it. I'll be honest with you. If not, then it's going in the vault, and hopefully it'll make somebody else happy one day.
Exactly.
But
love it. Love it. Love it. Love
yeah.
it. Awesome. All right. So everybody, again, make sure you head over to Instagram. You can find Mamba ibrick_ubrick over, again, Instagram. Follow along all of his amazing content. If you have something that you want him to draw or anything to that extent, let him know too. I shouldn't have said that without asking. Are you open to doing that?
I'm open to do it. Shoot me a DM.
There you go.
Boom,
Okay.
We get it done. Yeah.
Awesome. All right, Mamba, I appreciate you. Thank you for stopping by tonight. I'm going to take you off the screen for a minute, head off, and then I'll catch you here in a second. All right?
Absolutely.
All right. Talk to you in a minute. Okay, everybody. That was the one and only Brick Mamba. Shout out to him for joining me today. Shout out to everybody that was here in the comments. That's a wrap for tonight. If you enjoyed watching, please don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and ring the bell for future content. And as always, if we brick together, we click together. See you guys next week.